Hey friends, this is Wendy with Love and Stampin'. I'm so excited that you're here with me today. Today we're going to use a stamp set from the Rabbit Hole Designs and dies, and then I thought I was going to use these sequins from Picket Fence Studios, but I ended up not, well, I used some of the sequins, but I ended up not using the little candy pieces. I thought the little candy pieces would go well with this stamp set, and they would, but maybe just not today. So this is the Black Misty. I love this one. And this is the original size Misty. I do have a link below the video if you want to shop Misty products, if you need a stamp positioning tool. These are the new Patchwork dies from Stampin' Up, and I absolutely love these. I'm going to be using these today, this one in particular. And we're going to make kind of like a black and white background. So I'm going to cut this in black and cut it in white. And then we're going to mix and match, you'll see. You can get 2 cards out of this technique. Now, I want to share really quick. I did die cut this in my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And it did not die cut all the way through. It left little tiny shreds in the center that were still hanging together. So I ended up having to take my scissors and carefully kind of chop everything apart. It didn't take me very much time. I didn't leave a bunch of it in the video because I just didn't think it was necessary for you to have to watch all of that. But I did have to do that. Now, I think if I would have used a regular Stampin' Cut, because see, I'm really struggling here to get this to go through. So I think it's because I used the mini and the die is like almost the same size as the platforms. So I probably just should have used the regular size Stampin' Cut or used my Vagabond or something. I'll test it out in a future video, I'm sure, and share with you how it went. So anyway, here I'm just running it through a few times because I was trying to make sure that the little lines got cut, and they still didn't get cut even running it through 2 or 3 times. So I really do think it's just my choice of what I used versus the die itself. I don't think the die has an issue, but I didn't try it with anything else. So anyway, moving on, I digress. If you need to purchase any Stampin' Up products, like if you want these Patchwork dies or the mini boho blue machine or any other things, below the video there's a link that says measurements and supplies, and that will take you to my blog and you can shop there, or you can just go to my shopping link down below. I have something that says shop with me, I think, or shop Stampin' Up or something like that. You can shop there. So today I have a big announcement that I want to share, and I'm sure I'm going to get questions about this announcement too. This has been a theme lately, hasn't it? Like the last month or so, I've kind of had lots of fun announcements. So today's fun announcement is I am now on the Rabbit Hole Designs design team. And I love the Rabbit Hole Designs product. I think it's super, super cute. The stamp sets are adorable and they are so much fun. And they are very comfortable with me using Stampin' Up product in conjunction with their product. And I do need to just make a couple of disclaimers so everybody understands very clearly. I am not an affiliate with Rabbit Hole Designs. I am an affiliate with Misty. So why? Stampin' Up has approved me being an affiliate with Misty because Stampin' Up does not offer a competing product. Stampin' Up obviously offers stamps, as does the Rabbit Hole Designs. So it is a competing product. Therefore, I am not an affiliate with the Rabbit Hole Designs. I am just on the design team. So I don't make anything off of you purchasing Rabbit Hole Designs product, but it is very nice of you if you could let them know that I sent you, because otherwise they have no way of knowing if anything I'm doing is directly affecting them, you know, having new customers come their way or whatever. So if you could let them know through an email, if you purchase from them, or Instagram, whatever, Facebook, they have like a fan page, the Rabbit Hole Designs fan page, so you can be part of that. And I just love their product. It's super fun. So we'll talk more about that as we get further into this card. So here, let's talk about what I'm doing. I have die cut from basic white thick and basic black, and now I'm piecing all of these pieces back together. Could I have done this easier? Absolutely yes. I didn't pay attention and I just kind of like pushed everything out, and now I'm having to piece it back together. Did I enjoy this process? Yeah, I kind of did. I thought it was kind of fun to sit here and puzzle piece this back together. And then all the pieces that are left over will make a second die cut background. I really wanted to go with black and white and then have a pop of color, which I'm using that Rabbit Hole Design stamp set today, and it has lollipops on it. So I wanted to use those, and the sentiment is so cute. It says, thanks for making this world suck less. Super cute. So, yeah, I'm just finishing up doing this, and then we're going to take press and seal, and we're going to press it across all of these pieces while it's in the die, nicely arranged. Then we're going to pull it up, and then we're going to flip it over and put another piece of press and seal on the front, because this is the back, right? So then we're going to put another piece of press and seal on the front and then pull it off and then add glue to the back and glue everything down. You'll see here in a minute. I did measure and cut another piece of basic black cardstock, and now it's escaping me what I cut it at. So I'll make sure to add that to the measurements so that you guys have it. Okay. If you need a link for shopping with the Rabbit Hole Designs, if you want to shop with them, you can message me or you can email me and I'll give you a link. I'll put their website below, but if you want like a direct link to the items I use, just email me and I can give that to you. Okay, story time. So first of all, obviously you're watching this video on Sunday. If you're watching it when it released, you would be watching it on Sunday, June 4th. And I'm obviously a day late and $1 short, which has been my life the last couple of weeks. So let's catch up with some story time and talk about a few things. First of all, we had end of school year, and there was just all kinds of stuff going on for end of school year. Then secondly, we had, so Memorial Day weekend was last weekend. And we had a lot going on that weekend. And we're going to get more into that in the vault, because my sister and I are going to go live in June in the vault. And we're going to talk more about what our Memorial Day weekend was like, because she went to a Shania Twain concert and I had a festive, interesting weekend. And we just, yeah, there was lots of things to talk about and share. So we'll get into that in the vault. If you're not familiar with the Vault, that is my subscription program. It's always linked below the video. It's $14.95 a month. And we have classes in there. And then we also have a live event in there. And starting in July, my sister and I are going to be doing 2 lives per month instead of 1. So everybody seems to really love it when we hang out together, her and I craft and her and I talk. And so it's super fun. Anyway, so there's that. Okay, now, that was what was going on then. So then, this weekend was kind of a whirlwind. So on Friday, was the last day of school. The 2nd was the last day of school here for us in California, or, well, I should say where my child goes to school. And so she had a minimum day that day, and she wanted to have a sleepover with her friends. So I said, yes, we could do that. So my husband graciously set up the tent in our backyard, set up cots and sleeping bags, and her and 2 of her best friends stayed the night in the tent. And then got up Saturday morning, and we took them to breakfast at a diner that is down the street from us, and we had a really good time there, although it was pretty funny. It took forever to get our food, and it was really packed, so it ended up being quite a wait, but it was fun. We had good a good breakfast. It was a little diner. We don't have very many choices here where I live. And so it was a little diner that had closed down for a little bit. New people bought it, cleaned it up, opened it again. So we were happy to have a new place to eat. However, I was really disappointed to see that they had hired back this guy that is on the sex offender list. So I don't think we're going to go there anymore. I was really disappointed in that. I doubt the owners know. And I don't think that it's, I don't know. Is that something you tell people? Do you tell owners of a restaurant that you don't know that piece of information? The only reason I know is because my sister and I every once in a while check the Megan's Law website. And I don't know, is Megan's Law a thing in the whole United States, or is that just a California thing? I don't know. Anyways, it's a website that lists predators. And so we check it every once in a while because we live in a really small rural community and we just want to know who's around. So we checked it, and this guy that works there was on it, and then the place closed down. I mean, we had stopped going there because of that. Then I don't want to get in the mud with this, okay? So I'm not going to. All I'm going to say is it was super concerning, and I have a young daughter, period, the end, okay? Period, the end. And so, anyway, long story short, reopened. We went there last week, one day, everything was fine. And then he wasn't there. And then we went back this weekend and he was there. So I'm like, great. Okay. Guess I'm not going here anymore. Okay. So here, I'm coloring with my Copics, and I would love to tell you the colors I used, but I did not write them down. I'm getting better at this. That's all I can say. And then here I decided to put the center of this sucker yellow, and I hated it. So I ended up fixing it later. So you'll see that in a minute. This video is obviously sped way up so that, you know, we could get it all in because this video was over an hour long. Okay, so that was Saturday morning. We did that. And then my daughter's friends' parents came and got them. And then I took my daughter up to horseback riding and dropped her off. And then I came home and I went with my husband to Lowe's because he is going to build a outdoor countertop space because we host a lot. We really love hosting, and we just kind of never seem to have like enough space outside to set things on. And we also have a refrigerator that holds drinks, and that's outside. It's a small one, like a drink fridge. And I thought it would be pretty to put it inside of like a counter area, cabinet space. So he's going to attempt to build all of that. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, so then today, so that was yesterday. Oh, hello, I almost forgot the best thing we did yesterday. So then last night I had purchased tickets to go to a fundraiser called the Cowboy Campfire. And we went. It was just at the fairgrounds near where we live. And it was just him and I, and we went and we had a really nice time. It was definitely an older demographic. Like, we're not spring chickens, we're in our 40s, but it was more like a 60, 70 crowd, which is totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying it was like a little low-key, more low-key than we expected, and we thought we might see some of our friends there from town and stuff, and we didn't. So that part was fine. We actually made friends with some people that were really sweet and awesome, but it was just like a different atmosphere than we were expecting. I guess that's the best way I can describe it. It wasn't bad, it just was different. And then, so here's where here you go, RV09. So I'm using RV09, RV06, and RV04 for that pink sucker. And for the blue one, I don't know what colors I used. Here I'm testing out my purples to decide what purples I'm going to use. And I'm starting with my darkest and working to my lightest on this inside one. And then I'm using my darkest marker to color in all of my little dots, and then my lightest marker to color the rest of the sucker. And then I go back in and do a little bit more shading. So anyway, the cowboy campfire was cool. It was like dinner. It was for the Rotary Club, which is just a nonprofit organization that raises money to help the youth in the area. So we ate. I made 2 desserts for it. The people that were putting it on reached out to me and asked me if I would make a couple of desserts for the dessert auction. So I did that. And I made chocolate chip cookies, and I made a pound cake. It's really beautiful. Turned out really beautiful. And so that's what I took. And then we had dinner. They had tri-tip and chicken and beans and mashed potatoes, salad, and cornbread. It was delicious. So we ate, and then we listened to music, and that was like old cowboy music. You can actually find the guy that we listened to on Apple Music or Spotify. His name was Dave Stamey, and his last name was spelled S-T-A-M, like Mary, E-Y. And it was just like old cowboy songs, really funny. Some of it was really, really funny. And then there's this guy that lives around here. He's in his 90s. His name's Ron Schofield, and he was actually kind of the person that invented the cowboy campfire thing. Now, on a personal note, I went to church with this guy for a little while. Truthfully, like, well, you know what they say. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. So there's that. But he can sing well, and he has this whole like old time cowboy get up. He wears like an 1800s look, and so that part of it's really, really cool. So anyway, all in all, it was a lot of fun. It was nice to go out with my husband, just the 2 of us. I have decided we don't do that nearly enough, and it's really just pure laziness. That's all it is. It's like we're just lazy. We don't make an effort to go out very often, and neither one of us really love getting dressed up and going out. However, once we are wherever we're going, we always have a good time. So it was fun. We had a good time, had a good meal, and then we came home and hung out for a little while and went to bed. And then today's Sunday, the day that I'm voiceovering this video for you. So in between all of this mayhem, I made this card and recorded this video, but I never managed to get it voiceovered and put up for you. So today I got up and got busy doing a few things around the house, watered the garden, which it has been so unseasonably cool here, by the way, that my garden is just not, the plants are growing, but nothing's happening. So I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated with that situation. So I've had multiple little zucchinis come on my zucchini plant, but then they just fall off. And I don't know what that's about. Gardening is an adventure, okay? Every year it's something new, it's something different, and you just don't ever know what you're going to get, right? There's something about that is exciting and fun, and something about it that's extremely frustrating. I am a type A personality. I like to know what's going to happen. I like a plan. That is who I am to my core. And so gardening forces me not to be like that. You can't be. There's nothing I can do. So anyway, everything's growing. I'm happy about that. But the weather has been so unseasonably cool. It's nice and warm here today, but yeah, we've had a lot of really cool weather, and the plants just don't love it. They don't love it. So anyway, that's what's going on in my life. That's my little catch up for the day. The Creative Vault, I have multiple videos for that I'm really excited to get voiceovered, edited, and put up. They probably won't go up until the middle of June. And then I just released today the 3D card class by Tracy in the Vault. She does magnificent work. She makes cards and projects that are 3D, and there's a PDF and videos, and she has an amazing Australian accent that just makes everybody happy. And so she's a hoot and wonderful to listen to. She's fantastic. So if you're interested in getting my classes, and by the way, when you sign up for the Creative Vault, you get all the content for this month, but you also get all of the past content. So you're literally getting content from the last 4 months, because I started the vault in February. Is that right? February, March, April, May. Yeah, 4 months, including this month. So there's that. And then there already is a brand new video up in there from my friend Kelly Taylor, who is an expert colorist. So if you want to get better in your coloring skills, I'm telling you, join the Creative Vault, watch Kelly's videos. There's 5 videos in there now from her. And she's so talented and just such a good teacher. I just love her. So anyway, here I'm just going to add some of these sequins just because these were the ones I had out next to me. These sequins are adorable. I really in my head intended and thought like maybe I would use some of the cutesy pootsy ones, but I felt like it would just be too much and it would take away from what I had already done. So I chose not to. Instead, we have a bouquet of suckers. Thank you for making this world suck less. So I don't know who I'm going to send this to, but I do have a lot of people in my life that I'm very, very grateful for. And I love the black and white with the pop of color. Now, the other thing that I did is I made a second card, and I'm going to post pictures of it over on my blog. I made a second card with that other set of black and white pieces. Remember, I told you could get 2 cards out of this. So I used my hot foil system. I recently purchased a hot foil system and I'm learning how to use it. And let me know in the comments below if once I learn how to use it, if you would like for me to do a tutorial on that, because it's really cute. So I made a card with that and you guys will be able to see it over there on my blog. Links below the video in the description box. Okay, friends? Talk to you soon. Thanks for tuning in. Shop loveandstampin.com if you need any Stampin' Up! Products. If you want rabbit hole design goodies or want to check them out, message me. I'll send you a link, or you can just use the link below the video. And I think that's it. I'll talk to you guys again very soon. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.